Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording on Wednesday, August 28th. Officially the end of August now. This is the last time I'm going to have to say that, I think. I'm just double checking. Yeah.
Pretty sure there's 31 days. You are up the creek, buddy.
No, because we won't record for a couple days because it won't, right? Because Thursday, 29.
We're going to record on the 31st.
Yeah.
One more time, buddy.
Yeah. Miscalculation. It's error on my part. Anyways, we're here. Got Celtics stuff. I actually have a decent amount of Celtics and NBA stuff to talk about today, so we're chilling for now. But how you doing, Sam?
Doing great, except for I'm probably like the most tired I've been. But I've got a coffee. We're gonna roll. We have a actually packed show today. Things actually happened today. Jack went and talked to Jrue Holiday. We've got some more Celtics news. Tatum's going to be on Netflix soon. Big Poppy had some things to say. Isaiah talked today. We got emails. And we'll go around the NBA and then do some rat lists. We got you covered. Should be a fun show. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment, tell us what you're thinking. And yeah, stick around. Tell your friends.
Yes. And I'm going to say this at the start of the show as well. We're going to do fantasy football. Enough people will fill it out with friends if needed. I'll create the league in the next couple days. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to play. We'll prioritize the people who we've seen as regulars in the comments. Call it nepotism, whatever you want. That's just what we're probably going to do.
Should have like celebrity like friends like Frank.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to make sure
the people all you don't know who they are.
I want to make sure all the regulars who want to play can play. So we'll comment down below if you want to play fantasy football with us, and I'll create a league in the next couple of days. We'll do a draft, but I need to shave. Jesus, this looks terrible. Anyways, let's start with Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday talked today in Boston at an event for Raising Cane's. I was there. A lot of people were there. It was packed with media. They were like, people flew in. Justin Quinn was there from Mexico. He came through.
Really?
He was in Boston. Yeah, Raising Cane's hooked it up. Raising Cane's
flew him in.
Raising Cane's hooked it up for him. Yeah, they're about it, man. He came in. Really? Matt John, who writes for Heavy, and Houdini came from Utah. Like they were on it. They brought people out. They hooked it up.
They should invite. Flew me out. I would have came.
But it was fun. Jrue Holiday was there.
To Boston.
David, I don't think that. Yeah, the 11-hour layover we researched last time. David Ortiz was there. Jrue Holiday was there. Jake was there. He's a famous singer. He spells it JVKE. Has a famous song "Golden Hour," which you've probably seen on TikTok, or maybe you haven't. But it was great. He performed at the event too. I liked the song. It was very fun. He was really good in person. And then Todd Graves, who was the founder of Raising Cane's, was there. Jrue Holiday talked about a bunch of stuff. Obviously, they had him do a bunch of promotional stuff. Talk about the chicken, go behind the counter, all that stuff. He didn't serve people, I don't think, but fans weren't in there when they were in there. But people asked him a bunch of stuff about Boston, about the restaurant. The restaurant, by the way, all gold. It is a full. Do you see pictures? It's a fully gold restaurant.
Why?
It's because it is there. I think it's called a golden birthday. It is when when the age you are turning lines up with the day of the month. So this is their 28th anniversary of Raising Cane's, and it's the 28th of the month, and it's also their 828th location, which it's August 28th. So it's like basically
what I'm saying? It's their Kobe day.
Yeah. It all came together.
Happy golden birthday belated to you.
I know, I missed it. Yeah. Me and Justin Turpin were talking about it, and we were thinking about it, and I was like, damn, I missed the only time I can ever say that. I know. Justin says he's to be 31. What are you? Is yours 30?
28.
I'm terrible. Yeah. October 28th. I know the month. Hopefully I got that right. But he talked about a bunch of stuff. Jrue Holiday talked about Boston. He talked about winning with the Celtics. So we'll go over some notable quotes. I'm not going to read the whole thing. They talked for like 30 minutes. We're not going to sit here and read 30 minutes worth of quotes, but talk about the event, talk about some fun things. One of the biggest things was he was asked like, what was better, winning a gold medal or winning a championship in Boston? And he said the medal in Paris was cool. It was obviously against France. It was kind of like literally us against the world, but winning here was amazing. I'm not sure it tops that. To win here in Boston, Game 5, the crowd, the shot Peyton hit. I mean, it was just also overwhelming, and that was amazing. Talked about how much he's liked Boston, said it was crazy how I ended up here. How I ended up here was insane in the first place. So I think the way the city's embraced me and I've been able to do so many successful things in such a short amount of time has been fitting. Talked about the initiative. He's starting with Jaylen Brown, the program. Said he's been doing his best to give back. I think the city of Boston has definitely embraced me and my family pretty well, even before the title. And one of the funnier quotes was he was asked the difference. I think Noah asked him the difference between before and after the title, and he goes, well, before the title I could go places, basically saying like I could go places in public, but now I just get stopped everywhere because we won a championship and everyone knows. But Jrue was cool. I think it was the first time he's spoken this summer, so it was nice to hear from him and catch up. And then obviously Big Poppy had some stuff we can go over as well, but yeah, I think that's a good bulk of the Jrue Holiday quotes, all the main ones, unless there was anything like you saw on social media that you also wanted to cover.
You left out the most important / dangerous thing.
Oh, did I?
He was like, yeah, my dream job used to be like to be I'm sorry, not he. His wife told Jared Weiss that his dream job used to be like wanting to be a grocery store bagger.
I don't think that was today. I think he remembered that from a past interview because I don't think Lauren Holiday was there today. But yeah, I do remember that tweet, and he got behind the counter. He got pretty close.
Pictures are tough, dude. Like this event was like the prime. Like Jrue Holiday better not have a bad game.
People tweeted that all day. Al had it too from the Raising Cane's earlier.
Yeah, all it's gonna take is like them to like shoot a combined 3 of 13. And you're just going to see both them behind the counter raising canes all over your timeline on Twitter. That should have been what you guys asked. Be like, no. They must be paying you quite a bit to be here with that risk.
They probably gave him the bag for sure.
He's like listening to your question, and then his eyes just get wide because he didn't think of that. He's like, "Oh fuck, no, I shouldn't have been here."
He just rips it all off and quits.
He sprints out the door. No pictures.
No, yeah, it was good catching up with Jrue. He was pretty cool. David Ortiz also talked about it, talked about being there for the playoffs, talked about, being there. He said he was there for the Jaylen shot, said that was a super cool moment during the playoffs, said he's been a Celtics guy. He was asked, somebody said, like, give me your championship prediction and MVP prediction for next year. And he said, I got the Celtics, and then I got this guy right here. And she said Jrue Holiday for MVP.
Slap the shit out of whoever asked that. If somebody, I hate those questions. So, I mean, you know me, Jack. We do a sort of. That should have been met with a massive eye roll, unless you asked the question.
I did not ask the question. Okay. No, I only asked one question. I asked Jrue Holiday. What did I say? I said, like, you've been here for a year now. How do you feel like your relationship with Boston has changed, evolved, blah, 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 something like that. And he said, I don't even remember what he said. He said, like, the part about like being embraced by the city and embracing them back, said it was crazy the way you got in here. That was, I think, from the question I asked. So good answer. Good response. Also, Jake, the singer, Rhode Island guy. So respect, local ties all around for the fellows. The singer that was there. From
Cranston. You know what? I think I have heard of that guy.
Yeah, Jake, JVKE is how you spell it.
Yeah. Nobody wants to spell their name normal.
No. It's got the song. He's got the song Golden Hour. Very good song. I don't know if you'd recognize.
Oh, so that's why they had him there?
Yeah. And Rhode Island. But and he's apparently just like a huge Canes fan. Someone was like, you got a routine, right? Cranston?
Not far from
yeah. But his song's got like 1.1 billion streams on Spotify. So it's nuts. But Jrue event was cool. I didn't actually get a chance to eat the chicken because we like went out for the performance, and then by the time we were going back in, there was a huge line.
Should have been like, complimentary. They should have hooked you guys all.
We've got gift cards and stuff. We got like
gift cards
stuff.
They do that every time, don't they? They take care of you guys.
I actually didn't get any today, but I still have mine from the Al Horford event.
Yeah,
I think I just. But we do have these, which are the most outrageous things you'll ever see.
What is this?
It's just a Raising Cane's media pass.
You should just wear that. You should just show up to Raising Cane's every once in a while with that on. The dude behind the counter would probably like have a stroke.
Here, wait. Let me see if I have my other one. We can go together.
He would just be like,
oh my God, this is so heavy.
I'll be right back. And then he's like, are we having people come today?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, ready?
I would be in shambles.
We'll go together.
All right.
We'll tag team Canes.
Video idea.
Yeah, we tried to hack Raising Cane's. Anyways. Yeah, no, the event was fun, though. It was a good time. They screwed the city of Boston. There was so much confetti unnecessarily. It was nuts. It was like blowing 2 blocks down by the time we left, like 2 hours later. It was
So
bad.
that Raising Cane's location has been there for 25 years.
No. Raising Cane's has existed for 28 years. Like, he founded Raising Cane's 28 years ago. This location
Isn't Raising
is new.
Cane's like a southern
Yes.
chain?
Yes, he founded it. Like, the first Raising Cane's ever opened in Louisiana 28 years ago.
So why did they do it here? I don't get it.
They're just expanding to Boston. This happened to be the 828th, and they happened to open it like on this day. Like, this was just in their timeline of opening.
So this was the grand opening of this restaurant.
Yes, this is the opening. They didn't like paint it gold. This is a brand new location. Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
It is. Have you seen the pictures like of the gold restaurant?
I saw some of it. I just assumed it was decorations. I did not. No. I didn't comprehend that like the whole thing was. Pull it up for people watching.
I'll just promote my Twitter feed while I show you. This is the interior. This is the fellas in there. It's literally all gold, as you can see. The outside of it I can find as well. All gold on the outside as well. And then here is them. Big middle finger to the city of Boston with all the confetti.
This is a public works.
So much confetti.
There, like 1,000-yard stare.
I'd be so mad. But yeah, a lot of stuff. David Ortiz talked about the city of Boston. He put Boston in his big 3 of sports cities, where it's just different to play there.
What did he say the other 2 were?
I'll make you guess.
New York.
Yep.
And
I don't think you'd guess this. It makes sense though. He described it as like you could feel the energy in these places. Like you could feel it being.
Feel the energy. Good fans.
I don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
Just spit out. It's like
Minnesota.
The biggest. No, what? no.
We played in Minnesota.
LA. You just picked LA. It's just
LA is shit fans. Bad take.
Who are you gonna trust? The professional athlete who played there versus Sam?
Me.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Hey, I'm just telling you what the guy who played in LA a million
Boston
times
is
said.
Top 3. No shit.
Yeah, but yeah. Anything else from the Jrue Holiday event?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think. Oh, you know what he did? He talked about Tatum. Did you?
See, I was there and I don't remember this quote. Like,
okay, so
I saw it afterwards, but I don't remember.
He basically spoke about how Tatum was sat in the Olympics and how he handled it. And I mean, it was very much the PR answer. It was like, oh, he's just the consummate professional. He understands what it takes to win and he's willing to do whatever. But if you hadn't had enough of, hey, everybody, remember when Tatum didn't play in the Olympics? Here's a reminder.
I'm over it. I'm so sick.
I was over it when it was happening.
I know. It's gonna happen again. Get ready for media day, buddy. Tatum's gonna get asked about it. Joe Mazzulla's gonna get asked about it. Everyone's gonna get asked about it. Not me, but I'm not gonna be the one asking. There's gonna be
that's been like the hardest part of this offseason is it's like we only have so much content to talk about, and then half of it it's like what intelligent person actually cares?
Did great for views for me though, so I'm not going to complain too much.
All right.
Did real good for me. Anyways, we can wrap that there. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports, and unlike other apps, on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become a part of the PrizePicks community today. Preseason football is underway, but you can also pick more or less on 2024 season stats on PrizePicks. Will Patrick Mahomes throw for more or less than 4,300 yards? Will CJ Stroud's sophomore season result in more or less than 4,150 yards? Enter your season picks before week 1 kicks off. PrizePicks is available in more than 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Me and Sam use PrizePicks all season long during the Celtics playoff run, especially in the finals, Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern semifinals. In the first round, we were picking more or less on Tatum dunks, on Jrue Holiday threes, and always pick the less on the opposing star just to add some spice to the game. Download the PrizePicks apps today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks for a deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks, run your game. Speaking of Jayson Tatum is going to be in a new Netflix show. This came out a long time ago, like November of last year, that this was happening, but we have a premiere date. Starting 5, which is the title of the show, is going to premiere on Netflix on October 9th. It's going to feature, it's like, the Netflix series for the football players, quarterback and receiver. It's going to be that one. Yeah, but basketball, and it's going to feature Jayson Tatum, LeBron James, Anthony Edwards, Jimmy Butler, and Domantas Sabonis, which I actually think is like a really interesting group. And everyone's like, "Oh, Sabonis, why isn't he there?" Like, he's an All-NBA guy, and if anything, I'm kind of interested to see like the guy who's not really in social media. Like, I think that's more interesting than Anthony Edwards. We get to see Anthony Edwards on social media every other day, right? Like, we see everything about him. I'm curious to see what the guy who is never on there is like. So I think it's an interesting mix.
I haven't admittedly watched the football show, to everyone's
haven't either
surprise.
Yeah. Heard it's good though. Heard it's cool.
Don't we feel maybe it won't be. This feels like it's just going to be a big LeBron circle jerk.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think they'll like him, but they spread it around pretty evenly in the receiver and quarterback ones from what I've seen. Like, all right. And all the clips seem cool. Like, he goes really behind the scenes. Like, you get clips of teammates interactions and stuff and at home. And I mean, you're obviously going to get a good amount of LeBron James just because he's LeBron James, but I don't think it's going to be like 50%.
It's not going to be like LeBron, the docuseries featuring Jimmy Edwards.
I think it'll be pretty. Yeah, no, I think it'll be pretty even. I mean, it might be like 30. It might be like 25% LeBron, 20, 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, there might be a little more, but I don't think it'll be like anything you'll notice.
The Tatum angle to this is interesting just because they won.
Yes, very. I'm curious how long they filmed for. It had to have been through the finals for Tatum. Like, I can't imagine they would have stopped because he was still in.
Yeah, probably. I mean, not that they would have released this midsummer just because the build-up to the NBA season is right in the window they're releasing it. Like, it makes sense. And you want to capitalize on all the excitement.
Yeah.
But, like, the release date would have allowed them to do that.
Yeah. And 4 out of the 5 of these guys made the playoffs, and 2 out of the 5 of them, Sabonis missed the playoffs, and 2 out of the 5 of them made the conference finals further. I saw you thinking, and I was like, I'm gonna end his thought. So I think it'll be fun to watch that. I'm trying to think if there's anything fun throughout the season that I'm looking forward to seeing a behind the scenes thing of. I am excited to see Jimmy Butler's media day hair thing. Like,
yes.
Him, like, that'll be fun. What else? I wonder if they went up to the draft. I'd be interested to see the Bronny. I know you don't care for it, but I think I'd be interested to see the behind the scenes of that. Him getting drafted, even though we're going to get stuff about that anyways. Let's see. Jimmy's injury, I guess, but he's like out for so much that's not as fun. Obviously Tatum, obviously Deuce, obviously the title, the playoff run, the scrutiny he dealt with. Joe clips. Past that, I don't know what I'd be interested for Ant. I don't know. Were all these guys all-stars this year? Yeah, they were. So, no, Sabonis didn't make the all-star team. There was no Kings.
Sabonis.
He was an all-NBA, no all-star.
And then they didn't get Jokic, so they took Sabonis.
Maybe. They probably wanted Jokic. They probably wanted Luka. They probably wanted
like white European guy.
Shea. They probably asked Shea.
Jokic said no. Luka said no.
I
Wemby
bet money.
Said no.
No, I bet money. Predict the second one. Predict the next starting 5 because there'll be another one, 100%. Like, this is going to be successful. They're going to do another one. I think Wemby's in the next one. His sophomore year. I like Durant. I think Wemby because I bet Wemby was like, let me focus on my my rookie year, and I bet he'd be like, nah. I think Shea definitely will be in the second one because he's bigger.
Curry will be the headliner, huge. I
think. Do they do Curry and Durant in the same
one? Of them. I think they would do one of them.
Okay, one of those two. Shea, Wemby. I agree. I gotta look at the NBA standings and see.
You'd see like Paolo,
Paolo?
yeah.
That was nuts. That was weird.
Maybe even Brunson.
Stealing my words. It's crazy. Yeah, I agree. I think Brunson goes in. I think sneaky, like Tyrese Maxey is a sneaky one because I don't think they'd get beat, but like they might want a sixer.
Yeah,
And
they want somebody on
you know
one
what
of
I'm
those
saying?
big brands.
Maybe PG because he got the podcast. I'm trying to see. I think those would be the best options. Yeah. Yeah, I think those would be the best ones. Ja. Wonder if they'd let Ja do it.
No.
Trey. They love Trey. I don't care if he's on a bad team. Those motherfuckers love him.
Who's they?
Social media. People just like
Do
Trey
they
Young.
love him?
People like Trey Young. He's just got a big brand. Social media. Like it's like the LaMelo. People like LaMelo. People like Trey Young. They're just flashy, cool. Like people would enjoy watching. They're not on good teams, obviously. Yeah. Trey Young's so popular. I bet
Trey Young, everyone hates him.
No,
They don't like the way he fucking foul baits and he's annoying and he looks like a rat and like there's just so much.
I bet
I
Trey
never
Young is
see
like
positive Trey Young stuff.
most followers on Instagram by NBA players. I bet he's top 20, maybe top 15. Like I think he's got a big following.
Let's see.
But top 10 followers. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, he's not gonna be in the top 10. I just don't know where I could find a larger
there's just so many
list of
popular NBA guys.
Yeah. Like he's not gonna have Steph and stuff. Lonzo is 9th. That's crazy.
Lonzo was crazy popular before he got in the league.
I know. Like, let's see, Trey Young Instagram. No, I'm just going down a rabbit hole. This is ridiculous. Yeah, he's got 5.1 million followers.
I guess.
Yeah. He's popular. People like Trey Young. Like Tatum is 7.
Yeah.
In comparison, I bet Jalen has like 2.
Yeah, Jalen probably doesn't have that many.
Anyways, we can move on. Show coming out soon is the point. Going back to the Jrue Holiday event briefly, David Ortiz also talked about Al Horford. Both are obviously from the Dominican Republic, and so he was asked about. I think Bobby Manning asked what it was like to see Al Horford win a title, and he said, I got to tell you, man, I'm a Celtic. I cheer, I scream, I cry. That's my thing, man. When I see the Celtics win, when I see my hometown and homie getting it done, I feel like I got it done. Very happy for the Celtics. Very happy for my boy. Those playoffs were amazing. So basically there's nothing else to say about it. It's just a cool thing that he, rooting for.
Yeah, Big Papi has been going to Celtics games forever. I know he talked about it and we talked about it earlier, but that guy has always been there supporting the team. And then, of course, Al being his fellow countryman. It's nice for him to be able to have that connection, too. And I'm pretty sure Ortiz had some sway in Horford coming here.
It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah. I was looking to see if they was from the same city in Dominican. They're not. Al's from Puerto Plata and Ortiz is from Santo Domingo. I did not know that Al Horford went to college in the state that he did. Would you like to guess? Because I was like,
you didn't know he went to Florida?
No. Sorry. High school. I didn't know this is where I would never have guessed in a million years for whatever reason that this is where he attended high school. Like I would have guessed like a normal state.
A normal
state? Maybe this is normal. It's just like it's random enough where I was thrown. I was expecting like a California, Florida, or
Maryland,
something else. Michigan. It's fine, but it's just you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I expected like a larger.
I feel like I knew that
state. Well, good for you. Anyways, I say Isaiah Thomas was recently on the Knuckleheads podcast, which I believe is Quentin Richardson and Steven Jackson. Am I correct? No, not Steven Jackson. It's Quentin Richardson and somebody that I'm forgetting, and I apologize. I'll look it up while I talk. But he spoke about his final year in Boston. He said, my last year or the best year of my career was the worst year of my life, basically. And he went on this whole thing. Do you want me to read the quotes? They're long, but it's context.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll read the quotes. So Isaiah Thomas said, I'm upset because I put my career on the line for something you could have just broke down to me and told me It's Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles, by the way, the podcast. He said, it took me 3 years to get back to who I am and really figure out what was going on, but it was a tough situation. It was a learning experience for myself. I got real love for Boston and everybody in that organization. It was definitely the wrong way to go about things. I'm not blaming Boston. I'm blaming those guys. People know what happened. It's documented. It was just a messed up situation. And it happened to be with me. Basically, what happened was he was saying, am I good to play? Am I good to play? Am I good to play? And then throughout the playoffs, he got like 17 different injections or something like that. There was a number that I couldn't find. Actually, I bet I can find it. Let me go here, because he talked about the exact thing as well, of like the injections he had to get in the playoffs and all that stuff. Yeah, he said the thing that hurt the most was nothing was explained to me. If you can tell me this can possibly get worse, this is what you have, then it's on me to take the choice. But none of that was stated. I was just going in like, okay, I got a bone bruise, I can figure this out, and like I've done my whole life. They shot me up to go into the Wizard series. I got shot up 3 times every round. The last one was right before Game 7 of the Wizard series. Then in Game 2 of the Cleveland series, I get hit by a screen. It just shoots the back of my hip, and I'm like, what the heck? I think he said fuck. But then he said, I understand the business of the game. I wasn't fighting that like, oh, I got traded, I'm mad at that. It was how it happened. I'm a franchise guy at that point, and as you guys know, it should have been communicated this was possibly going to happen. I'm the franchise for the Boston Celtics at that point, but you live and learn. You move past it. I'm healthy again. I'm cool. I got no pain no more. But I went through real life shit with my sister, getting traded and getting hurt. I always say that was the best year of my career and the worst year of my life at the same time. Let that sink in. Just about like awful year for Isaiah Thomas. Mentally, but even though he was great on the court, and it's like he mentioned, it's well documented what happened in Boston, but just hearing him talk about it so viscerally was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, clearly a pivotal point for him, and he had some good things to say too. I believe there's a clip going around that he was just talking about what it's like to play here, and yeah, he tweeted it out himself. I'll just put it in the thing so you can pull it up, because everything I saw from this interview on my timeline was like he trashed the injury trading staff, like blames the Celtics, blah blah blah, which is all good and fine. Like I don't think he's wrong for that. Like obviously his career was completely altered by this, right? Like, but he also just like goes into depth about like the fan base rules. Everybody treats him right, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he even said he doesn't have any problem with the city, with the people. It's just the people in the organization who handled it the wrong way, which, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like that very much either. I'd be pretty pissed off as well after what happened in that MVP caliber season with the Celtics in 17. So it's just an unfortunate end to what was one of the most fun times in Celtics history that I can remember.
I agree. I mean, we did a segment on this, right? Where it was like watching them during this Isaiah time was almost more fun than it was this year.
More fun, yeah.
Because there weren't any expectations and they were just playing so well, and it was like found money. Like this year was like the expectation is a championship, and if they don't get there, then they're going to be ridiculed, mocked. There may be changes that had to be made further. Thankfully, they went and won, but like it was very stressful. Like looking back on it, like sick. They won a championship, and I'm so happy about it. But like the process was just it felt so long overdue. The pressure was so high.
Yeah, it was like relief, not joy this year, which is fine. It was I'm very joyful now, but like during it, like it was joy watching Isaiah Thomas. It was joy. But this was like everyone was like, oh, thank gosh, like oh my gosh. You linked the tweet that Isaiah Thomas put out regarding comments and stuff like that. Or excuse me, it's a clip. Do you want to watch this clip of
fan
him
base,
talking about the fan base? All right, let's take a look here. I thought you were linking in the sheet, so I was looking there. Here we go. Let's take a peek. This is IT on fans in Boston.
The feeling playing for the Celtics is amazing. Like, and then the love you get. The love is like the love that I get to this day. You would think I won a championship there. You would think I had a 10-year career there. Like the love is, I can't even describe it. It's like every time I go to Boston, every time I'm on social media, every time, it doesn't matter. Like you would think my jersey is retired in them stands.
Yeah, they so
the love that they give me and the love that I got there from day one. Like you said, it's just different. It's hard to explain. Like you got to put on that Celtics jersey to to appreciate the energy and love that city gives you for just putting your hard hat on every day. Like, I think that's why they gave me the love that I got, because first off, my story and who I am is relatable to the everyday person, but also just the blood, sweat, and tears I put in that. That love is genuine. That love is I got real love for Boston.
I mean, shout out IT, man. Isaiah Thomas might be top 5 favorite Celtics for me, like that I've watched, obviously, because like
undoubtedly,
yeah, and he might be 3. Like, I think Marcus is 1. Past that, like, anything goes. Like, it's just
Marcus is the same way.
Yeah.
He had a longer career than Isaiah did, but him and Isaiah won the same amount of stuff. They didn't win anything.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's not a knock on them, but the work and the grit that they played with are things that people here really appreciated and related to, and it was their work ethic that really made people care for them. Marcus was an incredible worker. He was someone who gave it his all when he was on the floor. He did a ton of community work. Isaiah was the same way. Isaiah ruined his career playing on the parquet.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he was only here for 2.5 years.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that he was only here for that long, because it feels like he says it. It feels like forever. It feels like he has a legacy with the Celtics. It's such a strange anomaly in the franchise that has such a rich history with a long line of success and all these legends.
Yeah.
It's just like this guy showed up for 2.5 years. He was traded here, and he has this Linsanity season, and everyone was like, this is the greatest ever.
Is there a player, any organization, any team, anything, who played fewer games and is as loved or more loved than Isaiah Thomas is by Boston?
Fewer games is tough.
Kawhi is the only one I can think of.
Oh, Kawhi is a good one. Yeah.
Because obviously he won the title. And I know he left, but I don't think they're going to complain too much because he won them the title. Do you have Reddit up real quick? Can you search Reddit for, like, I don't even know what you would search, but that seems like something you could find on Reddit, like most loved player who barely played with the organization. Do you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
You know how you search that you have to make a post.
It's true. Make a post. We should comment down below. I can make a post.
Please. We can revisit this.
We need to make a Discord, man. We gotta make a Discord. That'd be nice.
I think Ray Allen for Miami. I don't know what it's like to be a Heat fan and feel about Ray Allen, but he won them a championship and played 2 seasons there. I'm sure he has some rapport.
That's a really good one. That's really good. Yeah, I can't think of one. That's better. I'm like trying to think of title teams that would like make sense. Like, okay, this is why they like that person. Well, because like there few fan bases are going to gravitate towards a player that didn't win them a championship, like that. Like the Bucks fans like PJ Tucker like that. That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, Isaiah was the guy though.
I know.
Well, Jalen Brunson, I don't know how many games he's played for the Knicks, but it's so similar. It's very similar.
It is, but he's going to keep playing. Like, he's not done.
Okay. Well, I mean, you would have thought Isaiah would keep playing. I'm not saying Jalen Brunson's going to get hurt.
You're right.
The time played.
No.
If Jalen Brunson stopped playing basketball tomorrow, it would be the same.
You're right. No, you're
They
correct.
love him.
Understandable. Josh Hart, same. You're right. All those Knicks guys. Okay.
But
no,
Brunson
that's a good one.
more than any of them.
Austin Reeves.
No.
No, I think the Brunson's a really good one. Excuse me, for sure. Okay, cool. The NFL season is almost here, and as much as we love Celtics basketball here at How About Them Celtics, I love watching Pats games in person. I saw the Chiefs game this past year. They kept it close for some of the game, but then Taylor Swift took over the Jumbotron, and the Chiefs ended up winning that one. But make sure you are ready to use Game Time. Game Time is the best place to find your tickets for all live sporting events, concerts, everything like that. I saw Noah Khan in concert recently too, and you know Game Time is the place to be. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. You look at some of the games on Game Time right now, and there's plenty of good stuff. The Diamondbacks are getting ready to play the Red Sox soon. The Red Sox are gearing up for a potential playoff push. Hopefully they can get out of the wild card, and make sure that you have Game Time to get your tickets for all of those. I love the fact that you can filter out fees, or filter in fees, I should say, so you know the exact price you are paying on Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest priced, guaranteed. Let's go to the email here. A reminder, as always, you guys can email us at hbtc@gmail.com. We read the emails every single podcast, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. We got a couple emails today to go over. First one from Joe Abbey, or Joe Abai, I'm not sure. How about that August? Hey, guys, thanks again for somehow making any sort of contest. Never mind the amount you do in the first half of the literal worst stretch of the year for the NBA. One thing I'll be curious about is if the early pre-KP part of the season will see time emphasized for potential playoff contributors like PP, Hauser, and Tillman over increased starter minutes. Maybe Katie gets a little more run too. Curious to see your thoughts. I'll hold there for now. I think definitely. I think you'll definitely see a lot of early season, I don't want to say experiments, but like how O'Shea Brissett got some minutes at the start of last year, how Nemish Katie got some minutes at the start of last year. Like, I think you'll see Josie, okay, who do I like? Who do I not like? What rotations do I like? All this stuff. And you'll see him fiddle around with things a little bit.
I think that there's going to be some time for trust earning early in the season. Joe Mazzulla is a coach that really sticks to his guys. He doesn't really fuck around, especially in the playoffs. You don't see, I mean, Tillman, it took like a tremendous outcry. People were like, please play this guy. Please play him. Please play him. Please play him. He finally gets in like for a few games towards the end of the run. But like Joe sticks to his guys. So this is a great chance for, Anton Watson to come in, maybe earn some trust. Tillman, it's going to be a big stretch for him too, because he really didn't have much opportunity last year. Those are two guys I'm keeping an eye on. I don't really know how much Watson will actually get to play because they have 3 solid bigs ahead of him, but he has a lot of different qualities to his game that make you feel like he could fit right in.
I really like Watson. I don't think he'll play a lot this year, like you said, but
when he like amounts to nothing with the Celtics.
I know. Joe's second part of the email, slander. I'm going up to Canada this weekend by car, and I just remembered how absolutely brutal U.S. border security is. Not going into Canada, mind you, but coming back. I've never seen so many cameras and gadgets aimed at me at one time. I was once stopped twice by different people before the same flight to have my luggage checked for drugs in Germany. There weren't any. My personality is actually like this. Not looking forward to having to deal with a juiced up DMV attendant with a gun asking me where I live down to the neighborhood, as if it literally doesn't say it on my passport and license. By the way, if you guys have never been to Montreal, go. One of my favorite cities of all time. Happy almost September, which means almost NBA. Joe, I actually want to go to Montreal. I've heard really good things.
I went for All-Star Weekend this year because there was nothing for. It was cold, very cold. We drove. It was nice. It was pretty.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like what the main thing. We did the Ferris wheel so you could see all of it. I am like kind of fascinated by Canadian cities, just in a weird way, because like I feel like Montreal is not that massive of a city.
You want to guess population wise or area wise?
Like just the way it looks, right? Like it reminds me of like
population.
I mean, I'm sure there's like 400,000 or 500,000 people that live there, but
1.8 mil. Yeah.
Well, my definition of it not being a big city is not like it's not that it didn't feel like
I know what you mean. No.
It's like it just felt like the vibes to Montreal were very similar to like a Providence. Like it felt like it was a smaller scale metropolis instead of like a place like New York.
Was it because like there's no big buildings, like where the buildings are smaller? Okay. Fair. No, I get that. I understand.
Because you don't see Montreal and be like, holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I want to look up the skyline.
Cool.
My class went on a trip there my freshman year, I think, but I didn't go because I was in Florida with my family. Let's see. Florida skyline. I went to Chicago my junior year though. I see
Chicago,
what,
for what?
you mean.
Just to
Show
go.
choir. No, show choir trip. I see what you mean. It looks like there's a small circle of big buildings, and then most of the city on the outskirts is like smaller.
Providence is
buildings.
probably an unfair comparison. Don't kill
Yeah.
me.
No, I fair. I see what you mean.
But it just didn't
Looks
feel
pretty,
like
though.
I was like in a city when I was walking around.
Did you stay on the outskirts?
No.
Interesting. I mean, it looks pretty. Like looking
Maybe
at
it's
the
because it's in a
skyline
different
and stuff.
country. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I'm being unfair.
Thanks, Joe. We appreciate you very much.
It was nice. It was fine.
Second and last email of the day. RJ, enjoy the theater. RJ says, morning, folks. It's very easy to gnash our teeth as we wait for the regular season to arrive. So treat yourself and take advantage or take in a stage production or two, broaden your horizons. Here are some recommendations for the HBTC family. Okay. Interesting. Waiting for Missoula. This is reimagining of Waiting for Godot. Jayson Tatum plays Estragon and Jaylen Brown is Vladimir as they discuss the beatdown. Excuse me. Each is taking in summer social media as they wait for training camp to arrive. In this tragic comedy, it never does. I've never heard of Waiting for Godot, and I'm very sorry.
My guess is you probably will not have heard.
I know the second one already, and I've heard of the second one. So
Hamilton is
exactly. Okay, I don't know Waiting for Godot. Next one, Porzingis! Exclamation point. A Hamilton-like version of how Kristaps Porzingis finally got his shot to win an NBA championship, but he took it. King George is played by Adam Silver. I like that. How to succeed as a point guard with no one really noticing. The story of how in one season Derek White rose from not even appearing in ESPN's player rankings, becoming an NBA champion and Olympic gold medalist. I forgot about that storyline. I have heard of, I think this is How to Succeed in Business. How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Yep. Okay. I'm just going to try to guess the musicals now. 6!
Okay,
Exclamation
sure.
point. A tour de force pop musical featuring Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, White, Jrue Holiday, Al Horford, singing about the challenges each of them facing on their quest to win Banner 18. I don't know what that one is. Wicked. Obviously, it's just
that one I'm aware of.
Yeah. The story of how two unlikely friends and podcasters try to keep Boston sports fans happy by churning out Celtics content all year round, even during the doldrums of August, September. Sam and Jack sing the parts of Elphaba and Glinda. Adam Silver plays the wizard. Hope everyone enjoyed the Chuckle and Jack. If you just decide to sing Defying Gravity, I'm here for it. I cannot sing Defying Gravity. My voice would not help. Be well, RJ, who gets silly sometimes. I like this. I'm a fan, even though I want to know, as a footnote in your next email, RJ, can you tell me what 6 is? Because this is the only one I don't know. Because I don't know what this musical is. So let me know. My senior year, we did a Broadway night. Like we do Broadway night every year, and we did Wicked as a performance. I think we sang Defying Gravity. My show choir did, but it was funny because one person so we all had like the same costumes, right? The guys wore the same thing, the girls wore the same thing, whatever. But one person in the choir, without telling our director, dressed up as the Wicked Witch from Wicked, and so it looked like they were like the focal point of the performance, when in reality nobody knew that they were going to do that. And so they were just like there chilling as like this, everyone was like, what the fuck is happening? It was just a random like, I'm gonna stand out regardless of if you want me to or not. But anyways, thank you, RJ. We appreciate you very much. We go to the NBA section of the show now, starting with some news that is the most August news you'll ever hear. Russell Westbrook number drama. So all over social media the other day was Christian Brown doesn't want to let Russell Westbrook take number 0. He wouldn't budge. He's not going to do it. Like, he's not giving it up. And then Russell Westbrook posted Instagram today. He goes, I never asked, inquired about, or demanded that Christian Brown give me number 0. I want to signify this change with a number change. I'm going to be number 4 now. And that's it.
I thought I saw something online. Well, I probably did. That he was told no. And this was like from like a reporter. It wasn't like some random account.
Yes. And then Russell Westbrook himself posted to Instagram saying that did not happen. I did not do that.
Okay. What a bizarre thing to report,
right? It's so weird. I don't know where it came from. But Yeah, the Russell Westbrook's like, no, I didn't do that. Correct me if I'm wrong. 4 because it's his fourth team, not his fourth team. It's his fifth
No, he
team.
wore
I'm
4
dumb.
with the Wizards.
Okay,
Did he wear
Russell
4 in
Westbrook's.
college.
No, I think he wore 0 in college. Russell Westbrook's Wizard season is one of the best seasons that will never be appreciated or matter. He was
Sure. Yeah, I don't appreciate
unbelievable that season. He was so sick. Like that Wizards team was fucking terrible. They were like awful. And then he ripped off like 9 straight 15 games to go like 9-3 to end the year and drag them to the 8 seed just to lose, obviously, because they were fucking bad. But like, I'm sorry, this is like Jack's obsession corner. I was gonna use a different word, but I'm not gonna do it. I'll type in the private chat so Sam can laugh. As I look for my the Russell Westbrook statistics, like that year with the Wizards, he played 1 year. he averaged 20.
I look at it.
22.2 points, 11.5 rebounds, 11.7 assists. It was the most rebounds he's ever averaged in a season, the most assists he's ever averaged in a season. He shot 43.9% from 3, which was average for his career.
Field, not 3.
From the field, you're right, my bad. He shot 31.6% from 3, which wasn't good, but he only took 3 that year, which is like nothing compared to most of the years he spent the latter years in OKC. He averaged 1.4 steals, 0.4 blocks. But the end stretch to that season, he had, let's see, the Wizards oh my fucking God. The Wizards ended that season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15-5 to end the season. That Wizards team. And that Wizards team on the season finished, let's see, where that Wizards team's going the season. 15-5 end to the year for a team that went
they were sub 500.
32 and 40. So they were 17 and 35. And then he did that to end the season because it was a shortened year because of COVID. Just to draft. No, sorry. They were 34 and 38. So they were 17 and 33, and then he went 15-5, dragged them to the playoffs. And in those 20 games, I promise you, I'm almost done. I'm so sorry, but I have to do this because I started the rant. And I'm like lagging through these basketball reference pages.
Basketball is brutal when you're on the pod.
I know. In those 20 games, he averaged. Actually, I'll add 3 more games because he went 2-1 in the games before that too. In those, so that would be 17-6. That 17-6 stretch, 23 games, he played 38.7 minutes per game, 45% from the field, 33% from deep, averaged 23 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 14 assists in 23 games to carry them from not a playoff team to. Russell Westbrook was nasty on the Wizards, and that's all I wanted to say. That's the whole point. He was fucking. The end of that season was incredible. Yes, and then he got traded to the Lakers and put in a shit situation.
2021.
I contend if Russell Westbrook stayed in the Wizards, he would have had another I think he could have played another 2 really, really impactful years of basketball. Not on a title team or anything, but he could have been really good still. I don't think. Yeah.
In fairness to Russell Westbrook and the Wizards did not miss out on too much at the top of the draft. I'm just thinking of the cost of making the play in and then getting the piss beat out of them by the 76ers. That was the Cade, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes. I mean, there's some solid players in here, Franz, but there's no guarantee they wouldn't have fucked that up. And they got Kispert in this, who's still a part of their team.
He's good. He's a good player. Yeah. Just like
Davion Mitchell. What a lottery pick.
Davion Mitchell's tough. What team is Davion Mitchell now? Chuck. Who he play for?
Toronto.
Hell yeah. Love that. Good for you. Yeah, man.
Fucked.
Fuck you. Shout out Russell Westbrook, man. He brought them. What place are they in? Sorry, I'm this I do this all the time. I just fucking deep dive into useless. Yeah, they were 29 and 40 and then they just surged all the way up into the 8th seed. They were like doldrums of the entire conference for so long. Anyways, Russell Westbrook's gonna wear number 4 in Denver is the point of the talking that we're doing. Next piece of news: DeMarcus Cousins is gonna play 3v3 basketball. 3v3 team for the USA in the Olympics this year was ass. I think Jimmer got hurt, so that didn't help them. But
He
still,
did get
they were
hurt,
bad.
yes.
And now DeMarcus is gonna play 3v3, and that's kind of sick. I'm actually really excited to see how DeMarcus Cousins does because, dude, that's another one. Prime DeMarcus Cousins, nasty, like just unbelievably good.
Yeah, the ultimate. Well, yeah, I'm not even going to cut him down because he went to the Pelicans and had some good seasons, and that team was decent. But, I mean, good for him. Sure. Got nothing.
Yeah, hell yeah. Love that. Yeah, in New Orleans, he averaged 25, 13, and 5.5 on 47-35 splits in that team.
Yeah, not bad. They tore his
Ended up-
Achilles, right?
Yeah, they made it to the second round of the playoffs. They swept Portland in the first round, and then
Him, AD, and
Warriors.
Rondo. Andrew.
That was a damn good team. That might be
Yeah.
like that's a sneaky like if Cousins doesn't get hurt. I mean, they still would have lost the Warriors, but like that was a good roster. Can you name one other person on that roster? Because a lot of these names are crazy.
Crazy names? Okay, well, probably not.
No.
Is Alexis
you can
Ajinça
name
still on the
some of
roster?
them. Great pull, but no. Great name. Great name.
No, Luke Babbitt wasn't on the team still.
No. First to the floor's favorite player.
Jordan Crawford was on that team.
Jordan Crawford was on the team. So yeah, it was in terms of minutes, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Jrue Holiday. Rondo played the 6th most minutes on that team though. So he was not even like up there with the other two. Etuan Moore played 32 minutes for them.
A lot of former Celtics on that team.
And Nikola Mirotic played a lot once he got traded there as well. Tony
Okay.
Allen also on that team, former Celtic for you.
Holy shit, they had what? Well, now with Jrue Holiday, now there was him, Rondo, Jordan Crawford, Etuan Moore, Tony Allen, 5.
Yeah. And DeMarcus Cousins, the Celtic that never was. No, Steve wasn't on
He
that
played
team.
on the Pelicans.
But you know who was who I thought played for the Celtics for like a hot second? Walt Lemon. I think he got a training camp deal with the Celtics at some point. Maybe I'm crazy. And who was the other name? DeAndre Liggins. It just sounds like he might have played. Jameer Nelson, former Celtic. That's the other guy.
former Celtic, Jameer
team.
Nelson, number 28.
There you go. Anyways, DeMarcus Cousins is going to play 3v3 in FIBA next year. And then maybe
Fantastic.
There's that. Next thing, LeBron says Bronny can't call him dad while playing basketball. Yeah. Where do you want to go with this? You put this on.
Yeah. Well, there's a clip if you'd like to play the clip.
Oh, is it linked? Sorry, I just looked at the top of the sheet.
Yeah. So LeBron was doing a sit down and he was asked the question. I think everybody's been kind of wondering, like, how is he going to make his kid address him on the court? And he says he can't call him dad in the workplace. He's going to call me 2-3 or Bron or GOAT. A little narcissistic, don't you think? If he wants to. Can't be running down the court like, Dad, I'm open.
Have you thought through, not relationship, because you always be his dad, he'll always be his son, but what's your working relationship? Is he going to call you dad at practice in the locker room?
No, we already laid that. No, he can't. We already laid that down. Cannot call me dad in the workplace. All right. Once we leave out of the private facility and the gates close, I could be dad again. In the car, if we ride together. At home, I could be dad. No, he got to call me like 2-3 or Bron.
Okay.
Or, GOAT if he wants to. That's up to him. I mean, it's up to him. But it's easy for me. It's easy for me because I've been calling him Bronny for so long. Yeah. It's not like I've been calling, hey son. So it's easy for me. It's gonna be the adjustment for him. But we cannot be running down the court. And he'd be like, Dad, push the ball up. Dad, I'm open. Dad, come on. I'm like, no, you cannot do that.
That is a funny thing because you know what's gonna happen. It's like when you call your teacher mom, like it's just inevitably like you know what I'm saying. Maybe you never did that, but like just going in. Like,
that's one of the more devastating things. That
exactly. I still vividly remember second grade. Did it? Shame. But yeah, it's just gonna be in a game and ESPN Mike's gonna pick it up like, yo, Dad, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like just getting pissed. Yeah, I mean, It makes sense. I wouldn't be weird to call him dad in the workplace, but
Oh, it absolutely
it's
would.
fine.
He would be getting roasted on the court and everything. Oh
yeah, I bet he just calls him Braun. I
yeah,
feel
he
like
probably
he's
won't have to
easy
worry about
enough.
that.
Nah, it'll be all right.
Probably won't get him, or at least share the floor with him.
Nah, he will at some point. You know he will. I mean, you got to. You get this far. you're
Well,
not
yeah,
gonna
just
share
for the
You-
theater.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. I still think Bronny's going to be better than people give him credit for. Not now, but like eventually. Like people are already like his career's done. He'll be fine. I think he's gonna be a fine player. I still contend if you can play defense in the NBA and you have at least an offensive skill, you'll be fine. His offensive skill is playmaking, not the best shooter in the world, but an okay finisher as well. Like if you can play defense and you're decent size, I think you'll be fine.
I watched him play with my own eyes. Atrocious.
Yes, I'm sure Summer League determines everything. Reddit post today. What you got?
Reddit post of the day comes from the NBA community, of course. It is from user Noel Verdine. Who is your favorite player to watch when they're quote unquote on one? For me, there's nothing better than a Steph Curry blizzard of shots, but playoff Jimmy or KD untouchable moments really, really do it for this person. They just kind of like did an incomplete sentence. LeBron deciding it's on him or Kyrie deciding to take a defender in the laboratory. The things, good God. Whatever. Who's your favorite player to watch when they're hot?
I think Steph. Like I remember watching him in the Olympics. I was sitting there laughing when he was just hitting all those shots. You're gonna hate my other answer though, dude. When Luka gets hot, it's fucking sick. Like it's just unreal the shots he makes when he's on fire. And so I enjoy watching a red hot Luka.
Mine is probably. I'm gonna say Durant. I was gonna like troll and pick like a Celtics guy, but I was
waiting for it.
Yeah, I don't want to troll. Durant.
I was waiting for the Jayson Tatum because it never happens. That's what I was waiting for.
No, I think Porzingis is like the most fun because Porzingis is just like a gigantic catapult. Like that Linsanity game 1 is insane, and I think the context to it made it even more fun. But like he was just hitting everything. Came off an injury. He had a couple of big blocks. Like it was insane. So I think of the Celtics guys, I think Porzingis might be my favorite to watch. Like absolutely. Well, I guess Pritchard, but like I'm only just picking the white guys.
That Hauser Wizards game too. If you want to keep going for it.
Yeah.
Different.
You see Cornette get going.
It's true. The best individual game I can remember or series actually was the bubble series with Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell when they were both just fucking like flamethrowers for the entire first round. That was the year where like I was super bored. I wanted to get better at writing. And so I wrote recaps for every game of the playoffs and the bubble. This. And so I would like watching all those games and I was just watching them go back and forth. I was like, oh my, like, dude, these two guys are just not missing shots. Like I bet they both shot 55 or something stupid % in that series. I'm going to look it up now. But it was crazy to watch when those two guys were hot. I think they both had like 40 balls at some point.
I mean, Murray went berserk to bring them back from 3-1 against Utah.
Yeah. It was nuts, dude. Let's see. What did they average in that series? Jamal Murray averaged 32 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.3 assists on 55-53 splits. And Donovan Mitchell averaged 36, 5 and 5 on 53, 52 splits. They both made over half of their shots and over half of their threes in that series. It was fucking insane. It was super fun. It was very fun. That was a great series.
I'm trying to think if there's any other like great answers to this question.
I think if you want to go like underrated, like when Lou Will was hot, when he's a 6-man, fun, just buckets. Jamal Crawford, Joe Johnson, like those types of guys. Those like genre of player was super cool to watch get hot. I'm trying to think. Are there any big guys? It doesn't just like Jokic maybe is the closest thing you got.
Porzingis is fire.
Yeah. Wemby, when he gets on, he's fun already. I'm like trying to think throughout the year.
I love a good Sabonis burner.
Yeah.
Said no one.
Definitely known for his score.
What's Sabonis' career high?
You want to guess?
33.
Sabonis career high. 42.
Really?
Yeah, he had a heater.
That's a tough day.
Yeah.
Who was it against?
The Utah Jazz in 2022.
Tough for Gobert. That is tough, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 42. Why can't I see? Okay, yeah. He had in a win. He had won by 12. He had 42 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. So he was just scoring that day. Yeah, he was 15 of 18 from 2-point range. He was just fucking cooking. That's nuts.
I'll go through some comments here. I like it when bad players are on one. Like if one of the scrubs in your bench starting every shot. I saw Nick Young drop 40 in 2011.
Prime Dame was
Sure.
different. It was the Nugget series where the
Yeah,
Blazers were completely hurt, and I remember the whatever overtime game I was watching it, and Dame just made shot, and I wanted to go to bed, and motherfucker just kept sending him to overtime. Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Yeah,
multiple mentions. D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah,
he's done it against the Celtics a couple times, so it's like burned into my brain. That dude goes to another planet when he's on fire.
Middleton.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man. Fuck
Karis LeVert. Yeah,
just
those are good ones.
A lot of Steph.
I mean, I think Steph's the best answer, man. Steph was, I mean, Clay. If we really want to go for it, like that Clay 37, dude, 37 and a quarter is fucking insane. Like,
yeah,
think about that. In a quarter, that's 3 points a minute. That's over 3 points a minute. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking insane. Anyways, I think those are all good answers. Let us know yours in the comments. Shall we go to the rat list? What do you got for me?
Oh, all right, we're back.
Yes.
You guys saw where we went.
Yeah,
we're here. We're back in the room. It is rat list time. Anything happened to you recently, Jack?
Oh, am I going first?
You can go first. I let into it. I'll give you the floor. Or
threw me off. Oh, well, behind the scenes, I'm currently editing the Lonnie Walker video.
Yes.
So a little behind the scenes for you. I do actually have some rat lists today, though. So this is kind of bad timing because I was actually going to tell some good rat lists today, and I still will. But now I'm like multitasking, trying to get this Lonnie Walker.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you? It'd make my life a little easier. Thank you very much, sir.
I'll tell you what. I can find a way to rat list anything. So, rat list, my experience just yesterday, I'll say. I had a great time yesterday. As you're listening to this, it is Wednesday as Jack and I are having a discussion. I went to Brooklyn Monday, and I saw Childish Gambino. I went after my show was canceled at Mohegan Sun. And I was like, I'm going to go see it. I'll probably never get to see him again. So I go Monday. I go alone. Nothing wrong with going alone. I'm a go to the movies alone guy. I went by myself. I had a great time. Driving in Brooklyn, ass. Horrible. Horrible. And finding parking is horrible because you'll see a sign to park somewhere, but it's like on a street that you cannot turn onto because it's all one way. So you got to, I mean, the GPS will save your life, but that was a pain in the ass. All right. So anyways, get a hotel. I'm not driving all the way home on Monday.
Sure.
I am texting my girlfriend the morning after, who was supposed to go with me, but she was busy. And that's fine. And she's like putting the full court press on for me to go back.
What do you mean? As in like go back to another Gambino show?
In Brooklyn the day after. He did back-to-back days.
Interesting.
We went back.
You went twice?
I went twice.
Okay. I know like driving was probably bad, blah, blah, blah. You're like in the grand scheme of things, you're gonna be glad you went twice.
That is the conclusion I came to after being very upset.
Yeah. You're absolutely gonna be pumped that you went twice because you don't know when you're gonna see him again.
She had to get back for this morning. So we didn't stay. We drove home.
I see.
I didn't get home till 2:30. She didn't get home till 3.
You drove separately?
No. We took one car, but my house is
She drove
on the way.
her car.
I drove until we got to my house.
But okay, but you
it was
took her
her
car,
car.
so she got home later. I see. That makes sense. Yes. Okay.
What a night. And I'm exhausted today.
How was it?
I got like 5.5, 4 hours of sleep because I had to work today too.
Sick though, right? Though, come on.
I'm happy I went, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be even as the days go on, and I'm not fatigued anymore. I'll be even happier. Great show,
Yeah.
good time. Got to go to the house that Pierce and Garnett built at Barclays. It's no TD Garden,
Of course, could never.
but
What
it was
is
fun? It was a lot of fun.
best song he performed? Like-
oh man,
Not like your favorite song, but like what was
Right.
the best?
You know what was actually like a hit in the arena? You know what? No, I think the song that got the biggest pop that's like not one of the big songs was "Me and Your Mama." It's off the "Awaken My Love"
Ooh.
album.
Do I know that one? I don't know if I know that one.
You
That
might
might
not
be
know it, but
I got the
anyways, like the song has like a 2-minute long intro, and
Yeah.
he had like an intermission in the show, and they played that, and like people kind of knew that the show was coming back, and people went nuts when the opening played. Like it was
That's kind of
pretty
sick.
good.
It's kind of sick.
It feels like Summer's a song that I don't particularly care for, but it was really
Yeah.
good in person.
He played Bonfire.
He played Bonfire. It was
Fuck yeah! I know all
Literally
the ones. I love that
he did
one.
Bonfire. He did Freaks and Geeks. He did the work. He did like all these old
Sweatpants?
songs. He did Sweatpants.
Oh,
It was a great show.
Do you know? My mom now knows at least a good chunk of the words to Bonfire because I played it so much in college. Because like I would always play it when we were driving to school, and so she now knows.
My mom thought I went to Brooklyn to watch a comedy show. So how different our moms are. Because I came back and I was like, yeah, girlfriend wants to go again. She was like, you're not going back. It's going to be all the same jokes. I'm like, no. I went to a concert.
Did he play the same songs? both
Exhibit
nights?
10 for Lonnie Walker.
Okay. Well,
It was
pretty
mostly
good,
the same.
guys. Okay. Were there any other differences? Like, were there enough differences where you're like, oh, this is cool. Like, I'm glad I saw this too.
I mean, I'm just happy I went back.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
It was cool.
Fair enough.
I didn't cry.
Okay. No emotions at all.
I can understand why you may
You
have
get it
cried,
a
but
little
I did
more
not.
now?
I did not cry.
Okay. You get it though.
Yes.
That's all I need. Breaking Boston. Sorry, now I'm typing. Ratless, my softball team. We are in there were 4 teams in our league. 3 make the playoffs.
Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Say what you're gonna say.
That doesn't make any sense. What do you do a 3-team playoff? The best team gets a bye to the championship, and the other 2 play the championship game.
Correct.
That's not awful, but it's kind of stupid. You might as well just have 2 semifinals.
The craziest part is we had a chance to win because, like, if we had won, we would have gone in. Because the best team went 4-2 and we went 2-4. It's not like any team was like dominant. It was like very even. We just we fell short. I didn't play particularly well. I didn't get any hits. I don't think the other night. It was not ideal for me. But
so the season's over.
Yeah, we're done. I think we might play in the fall, or I'm going to play in the fall. But my favorite is just like chirping people. Like there was one. Our Ethan was pitching for us. He's the guy who lives in the place that I'm moving into, but he's moving out for me. He had an at bat, and the way it works in softball is slow pitch. Is if it hits the plate, it's a strike, right? Like if it comes down and bounces on the plate, or the thing behind it's a strike. I can't make it up. 17 straight balls, like 15 plus straight balls in an at bat. The person just wasn't swinging.
If you're sitting taking pitches at a men's softball game, unless they are outrageously bad pitches,
some of them should have been strikes. The ump was screwing him a little bit. I'll tell you that. The ump was a pain in the ass. They pulled us at the start of the game. At the start of the game, they pull us over and they're like, "Listen, just gonna reminder, no bullying in this league, like blah blah. If you hear something, make sure to tell us, blah blah, blah all this stuff. And then we get back in the huddle, we're like, yes, only bully each other. Like it was just like it was weird. Like the ump was weird, the vibe was weird from then at the start, and then we lost. It was tough.
The umpire getting involved, a little weird.
The umpire what?
Getting involved is a little weird.
Yeah, it was odd. He also he didn't call it, but there was one point where Ethan, the pitcher, pitched, and after the game, he was like, "Just watch your foot there. You're moving it." And he called a balk almost. I'm like, "Dude, it's softball. Can you chill the fuck out? Let's calm the fuck down." He was off. He was too far off the mound or something. I'm like, "Bro, shut up. Just go back there. Call you strikes. give me a break." But yeah, Rat left us. We missed the playoffs.
That's hard to do.
I know. Hey, because someone's saying
That's equally as hard as winning the championship. Only one team wins a championship. Only one team misses the playoffs.
It's true.
I
would argue more impressive.
It's very hard to miss.
Our run differential was also terrible. Our run differential was -30, and the next worst was -4. Like we were fucking ass.
How does that happen?
We just couldn't field. We just
you guys
gave
all
up hits.
slow.
A lot of errors. Just a lot of errors.
A lot of
errors. I played first base. I was pretty okay. I don't think I dropped many, but just a pat myself.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, all I've been doing is going to and from Brooklyn.
What was the worst incident on the road, or was it just in general?
So last night, 1:30, maybe 2:00 in the morning, 2-lane highway,
Oh,
box
the
trucks,
worst.
both lanes making a wall.
2-lane highway should be disallowed.
Not only is it a 2-lane highway, but it's also a 2-lane highway with no lights.
What do you mean?
Like there's
No
street
headlights? Street light? That's insane.
I don't like. I think all highways should have to have street lights.
I agree, 100%.
It's like, I mean, you just put your high beams on, whatever. But it's kind of scary. You
Yeah,
feel
but
like you're gonna miss a turn, especially at that hour.
High beams are also ratless, though. I hate high beams, dude. I can't fucking.
Yeah, but you have to do it.
I know. No, you do. I understand, but I never have my high beams on. I never use them unless there's nobody else on the road.
It's really funny when you're driving tired, though. Funny in I don't know, not funny, weird. Basically, all you can do is drive. That's the one task your body has the energy to.
All your energy.
You have to put everything into that.
100%.
Kayla was trying to talk to me, and I was just like, I got nothing for it. I'm focusing on the music. I'm focusing on the road. Please let me drive.
Do you have specific, were you putting on music specifically so you'd stay awake, or was it the opposite? Like you're just living with whatever was there and accepting the consequences?
Yeah, I was enjoying the music, so I would stay awake.
Okay, fair. Not really a ratless, just kind of a fun thing, and I'm almost done editing this / uploading this so I can actually explain and show what I'm going to be talking about as well. So I don't know. I think I feel like I mentioned this on the podcast, but I don't actually know if I did. But my friends have a dynasty league, right? They've done it since they were in college. It's my new roommates and my friend Danny, who who are in college. And I joined. I think, did I talk about how I was going to join as an expansion team?
I didn't know if you were going to get in or not.
I did. We got in, me, and then there's one other team that's run by some other of their friends from home are in. And we had our draft today. And would you like me to share with you my fantasy football team in this dynasty league? Okay.
It's gonna hit less with me because I'm gonna be like, who are all these guys anyway?
Yes, exactly.
But if it was with someone that actually pays attention to football and they were like, who are these guys, it would have more weight to it.
Even them, I don't know how.
Well, that's the point.
Useful it was.
But me, you tell me anybody, I'd be like, who?
My starting quarterback is Bo Nix.
I am aware of Bo Nix, but I'm not sure is he gonna start?
He's starting.
You know he's starting.
He's starting for the Broncos. He's their starter for this year. Yes. My starting running back one is Chuba Hubbard. Panthers.
All right.
Yep. Running back two is, I don't even know his first name, Rico Dowdle. He is the Cowboys' backup running back, but he's backing up Ezekiel Elliott, who I think sucks now. So I'm
Is
going to
Ezekiel
hope
Elliott
that
back on the Cowboys? I thought he wasn't on the Cowboys.
back on the Cowboys. Yep, back on the
Foreign
Cowboys.
Patriot.
Former Patriot. Starting wide receiver 1 is rookie wide receiver Jalen McMillan of the Buccaneers. Wide receiver 2 right now is Michael Wilson of the Cardinals. Tyler Conklin is my starting tight end on the Jets. Rashad Bateman is my flex at the moment. He's on the Ravens. What's his first name?
That
Cam
tight end
Little.
might be your best pick. Not to cut you off.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Tight ends are like I feel like they boom the most in fantasy football.
Yeah, and I figured he's starting and Aaron Rodgers on the team, so I feel like he should get some targets.
Yes.
Cam Little, rookie kicker for the Jags, didn't miss an extra point in college. So
But that's
feeling
hard
pretty
to
good
do.
about that.
They don't do that unless you're playing the game. They don't miss. But you watch real college football; those dudes suck.
Exactly. Got the Seahawks defense, which is fine. We have individual defensive players as a thing in here. I don't know why, but whatever. Got Brian Branch. Cool. He's pretty good. Gardner Minshew is my backup quarterback.
He I am aware of.
Raiders.
Yes.
Braylon Allen, he's a rookie. I picked a lot of young players because it's a dynasty league, and I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying? Braylon Allen on the Jets, Marshawn Lloyd, Bucky Irving, Devontae Walker, DeMarcus Robinson, who's on the Rams, DJ Chark, or Shark.
He I am aware of.
Yep. Quentin Johnston, Chargers. Hunter Henry, Pats, tight end.
Yep. I know who that is.
Brian Burns and Antoine Winfield, 2 defensive players. And then we get taxi players, which is basically like a practice squad. Don't ask me why, not my league. I just took advantage of it to have extra players. Michael Penix, I took as like a fantasy, like maybe he can be good at some point.
Okay.
Javon Baker, who's a Pats rookie, is on there. And then Landon is his first name? No, Luke McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's brother.
Chris McCaffrey's brother. Okay.
Yes. So I have a 33% chance to win this week, which is better than I thought.
You're probably not going to win very many games.
No, I'm not. I think my team is better than the other one, though. I'm just saying that. I don't actually know. It might not be, but they are starting Daniel Jones. So I feel okay.
All right.
Daniel Jones was the first pick in the expansion draft.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's the context for you. Excuse me. There you go. They did get Jalen Polk, though, who is the Pats rookie who I wanted. But they took, they have 4 quarterbacks. They have Daniel Jones, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Sam Darnold is their quarterback room out there.
I feel like that's not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, getting the 2 Steelers.
No, just like picking as many guys that you think might make an impact. Like,
yeah,
just taking flyers at this point, not a bad idea.
I did that. I took a bunch of young wide receivers. Like a lot of the players I
Yeah.
mentioned are either young running backs or wide receivers, and then I have Minshew and Nick who are both starting. But the funniest part about it all, and then we can be done with this topic, is that there are now only let me see. I think every single starting quarterback has been selected. I was gonna say I thought there was like one left who wasn't picked, but no, every single starting quarterback in the NFL. 12, but we all just have
24.
I mean,
People
that
usually
guy
pick
has
2.
Yeah, that guy has 4 on his
That guy has
roster.
4.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
some greedy fucks have 3. They're on a real team, and we're sitting here fighting for Bo Nix. But yeah, that's what we got for you. I think that was the only rat list I have. I don't know if you have anything else, but
No, we'll wrap it up there.
or wrap there. We got sidetracked by Lonnie Walker. If you'd like our thoughts on the signing, you can go watch that video, which is up by the time you're hearing this. I think it might be up now, so we're quick through it.
Oh.
But if not, it's like 2 minutes away. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to How About Them Celtics, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, hit the bell. You don't want to miss any of our daily uploads, especially when we're breaking news like we were today. Lonnie Walker on the team now. If you had the bell on, you would have known right away. You can also find full pods coming at you Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, game recaps coming at you the morning after each game, and then other videos in between to keep you busy. We're also on Spotify and Apple. All pods and recaps will be there for you. So if you follow, right to your feed every single time. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Tell us your thoughts on Lonnie Walker. Tell us whatever, dude. It's August. Just send your emails in. hbtcpod@gmail.com. And the socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook is the name of the pod. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at Jack Simone NBA. Mine is at Sam LaFrance, and it's at Phillips.
Taco, come on. Taco.